Look Outreach is underwritten by the generous support of Munter Enterprises. Family owned and operated since 1972, integrity is important, as our family name is on every project. Our word is our bond. Munter Enterprises. Just build it.
Welcome back, everyone. You know, in a day-to-day routines, think about the things we do that we just take for granted. Now, suppose you don't have those skills. Some of the very basic skills that all of us need to live day to day. And then add another layer on top of that. Suppose that those people that don't quite have the skill sets that we have are looked at for what they can't do as opposed to what they can do. Well, there's an organization we've been involved with for about 4 years now, 5 years, I think, Deb. Saratoga Bridges. It's an organization that concentrates on helping people with developmental disabilities learn the skills that they need to live independently. And joining me today is Debra Brennan. She's the Assistant Director of Day Services for Saratoga Bridges. Welcome, Debbie.
Thank you.
Very nice to have you here. And a special guest, Patrice Mastrianni, who owns a Serendipity Arts Studio here in Saratoga Springs. And welcome to you, Patrice.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
And the reason you're here, we're going to tell our viewers in a minute, is that you really do help contribute to something I was saying in this opening. But Debbie, let's start with you. I think I framed Saratoga Bridges correctly.
Yes, you did.
Tell me a bit, and tell our viewers a bit about, on a day-to-day basis, how you accomplish that goal of helping people with disabilities live independently.
We strive to have everyone learn to be as independent as they can so they can, join anything in the community that they choose to, that you and I would join.
Right. I said something at the beginning that you actually said to me. It's very easy to concentrate on someone for noticing what they can't do.
Yes.
When in reality, how about concentrating on what maybe they can do?
Absolutely.
Think about what that does for self-esteem, self-confidence, the ability to cope, the ability to live, right?
Right.
That's where I think you come in. You're hosting cooking classes.
Yes.
This is pretty cool. And tell us a bit about the classes.
So I was approached by Saratoga Bridges to come up with programs for their adult community, and we decided to come up with a series of 6 classes that would teach them how to navigate a kitchen, how to prepare basic foods, how to learn to eat healthier, and just not be nervous around knives and a stove, and learn to cook in a group home or in a private home.
Well, think about what Patrice just said, things again that we just take for granted, right? Now, if a disability can happen a couple of ways.
Yes.
You can be born with it, correct?
Correct.
But you could also suffer a traumatic brain injury in a car accident. You might be serving in the military. There are a number of ways that all of a sudden your life is either interrupted or sort of pre-planned for you the way society sort of dictates, when in reality there are more options. And I think that's what you see all the time in the classes.
Yes, I try to bring out their skills and make them laugh and make them be comfortable. And our goal is to get them to live independently as much as possible, to be confident and not be worried that someone has to take care of them all the time.
Right. Think about what that means, that sense of independence. I imagine there's another layer here. I'm not sure. But, in learning a skill, there may be an employment opportunity as well, right?
Absolutely.
Do you see that?
Yes. We have many individuals that start in our day programs. We work on skills with them, help them develop those skills, and then, they'll say, I want to have a job now. I know how to do this, and I know how to do that. And then we help them find a job in the community.
In some ways also, and I think you've seen this, I have a personal experience with someone that I run into on a weekly basis. They can be very conscientious. Some people might have a disability or something and correct you if you're not doing something correct because they're so conscientious, right?
Yes.
Some of that can be very charming, very heartwarming to see too, right? And an opportunity to give back. That's really what you're doing with this.
Yes, I try to, and also I've noticed some of the members of the classes who are employed, say in a supermarket, and they know a lot about produce. I have them share in educating the other people in the class about the products that we're using, whether they're fresh, learning how to use food the best way possible as soon as possible. So it's very exciting.
How long are the classes?
90 minutes or so, and then we eat.
How
They
many
eat.
weeks?
6 weeks, and there's usually 6 in each class right now. We rotate through different day hab programs, so every 6 weeks another group comes, and then we rotate back to the beginning one again.
Got it. And this is an ongoing basis after the 6 weeks end. Do you,
Yes.
you go back in again?
Oh yeah, it's year round. We're doing it all the time.
I would imagine when people finish the course, they don't want to leave.
They're very
No.
sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad. I give them a graduation diploma, and we have a little party, and then I actually invite them to come back again and maybe integrate into the general classes too.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's wonderful. And it, I think what we'd like you to do is we definitely want to raise awareness for what Saratoga Bridges does, but also if you know anybody, a member of your family, a friend or whatever, that you feel might benefit from an association with Bridges, who might be suffering from some developmental disability, that you really are what your name suggests. You're a bridge to help people go from whatever trauma they're experiencing to live independently.
Yes.
And just think again about the reward that you see all the time. I can't imagine what it's like with the classes. It must be fantastic.
It's fun. And another thing too that Bridges really promotes is businesses in the community becoming part of their programs.
Yes, right.
And I've really enjoyed that.
Good. Okay, you get the idea. I want to thank you both very much for coming in and the work that Saratoga Bridges does, but also utilizing your skill, your experience to help. That's really something, Patrice.
Thank you.
Really, congratulations. Okay, to see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.
Look Outreach is underwritten by the generous support of Munter Enterprises. Family owned and operated since 1972, integrity is important, as our family name is on every project. Our word is our bond. Munter Enterprises. Just build it.